B.M.F and W.M.F. I worked with a black engineer who was my assistant conductor at one time. Back then I called him the Prowler, as he was known to have a few girlfriends at a time. In later years he became a locomotive engineer and was on a regular assignment with me for a few short stints. He was a nice man when he wanted to be. We got along okay, but we were both the type that always had to be right. During our crew briefing, his demeanor was that I was inferior and vice versa. One of the jobs for a conductor is to remind the engineer a few miles in advance of any restrictions in the path of the train that needed to be adhered to, such as speed restrictions or workers occupying the tracks. The Prowler's real initials were M.F., and one day at a crew briefing, I told him I was going to call him B.M.F. for Black Mofo, and I asked if he had a problem with that. He said that he didn't, but he was sure that somebody would. I would have to call him on the radio to remind him of restrictions. Portable calling B.M.F. over. Yeah, I know, 25 mile an hour slow order at milepost 31, such and such. Well, I admit it, I was a little nervous about someone calling the diversity department and caused me some grief. So I got to thinking. There was a white conductor in our crew base whose initials were also M.F., Mark Flanagan. So I started calling him W.M.F. for White Mofo. Now I was covered. Should anyone call me a racist or a bigot, I could say, wait a minute, I treat everybody equal.